All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got something new and interesting for you today. We're going to do a Hummingbird feeder unboxing. Now, this Hummingbird feeder is a 3K HD camera bird feeder with AI Hummingbird identification. You do have to pay for the AI service. It's a monthly fee. I'm not going to use it because we just have one type of Hummingbird here now. But I went ahead and I bought this 3K feeder made by Nafnti, N-A-F-N-T-I. Not sure where that word originates from. I don't think that's English, but I went ahead and when I saw that this was 3K and it was on sale for over 50% off, I just said, man, I got to try it. I'd like to get this on my network at home and use it for YouTube. When I'm doing a live stream, that type of stuff, I can just put it on the Hummingbird cam. If I want to do like a Be Right Back, instead of putting a Be Right Back screen, you could just switch to the Hummy cam. Have a little Hummingbird action, because we do get quite busy later in the fall when the birds are migrating back south and all of the baby birds are here and the resident birds are seasonal birds, and then the migratory birds start coming through. We have all those here at once, so I can get days where I got 5 or 6 birds out there fluttering around, so it could be kind of action packed. Might turn on a live stream. And I don't need the AI identification, like I said, because we just have the ruby throats here in Kentucky. Unless we happen to get a random stray bird, which would be odd because they come up here to mate, and I don't know that they would find 2 of them up here. So anyways, I'm not going to use the monthly service. I just want to get this thing on YouTube, do some live streams and things like that. So that pretty much gives a history, a little background here. I mean, this has it's got a 140-degree wide view angle, no tools required to assemble, effortless cleaning, which I don't believe that, because you got to put some effort into it. I mean, you got to clean it and put it in the sink and wash it. It is IP65 weatherproof. It holds up to 16.5 ounces of nectar. It has a leak-proof reservoir. It says live video and Hummingbird identify. So let's open this thing up. It's got a real nice box here. This box, actually, speaking of iPhones, it's kind of reminiscent of something your iPhone would come in, just kind of real nice high-grade cardboard, printed paper on it and everything. So here we have some charging tips. Now this is a solar powered now, so you can charge it with the USB-C. But it also has a solar thing on the roof. I don't know if you can see this little tiny picture of it, but the roof of this thing is a solar pad. However, my house, I'm going to have this thing hanging up under the eave of my house on the backside on a north-south facing wall. So the sun just goes right over. It's going to be in the shade all day. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much use out of the solar charger. Unfortunately, I'm going to probably have to charge this thing when I want to use it. And I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it'll get a little bit of ambient sunlight and keep it alive. But that'll be something else I'll have to do in a review, is see how long these batteries last. If I have to go charge it every day and then it sits for 2 weeks and it's not charged and the batteries won't charge and all that, I'll let you know. But hopefully that's not an issue and I can just use it for YouTube and turn the thing off and on. Something else about solar power and hummingbirds. You don't want that nectar to get superheated. So if you put this thing out in the middle of a field on a 95-degree summer day and it's just baking that thing, you really want to keep your nectar in the shade and nice and cool and everything. Help slow down the mold growth, keep it cool. I mean, if it was in a refrigerator, it would last for a couple weeks, right? So you want to keep it cool anyways. But it does have the solar powered, and you're going to pick a little bit of charging energy up off of that. So here's the base of this thing. I'm just kind of looking at it. I don't know what this... Okay, so it snaps off, and you can take this whole top off here with some easy little snaps, and that's for cleaning. Looks like it would clean pretty easy. Now it also has a plug right here, it looks like, for refilling quickly and easily if you just want to dump some stuff in the top and don't clean it out. Now, I don't know if I'll use that very much, because if you fill this up with 16 ounces, that's more than my birds can drink in 4 or 5 days. And this thing needs to be cleaned, I would say, once a week. You can go, 3 days, but certainly I wouldn't go more than 5 to 7 days, especially in the warm weather. You need to clean this thing. So I probably won't use that refill, because every time I take it down, I'll clean it and refill it. All right. Now, here's the camera portion. And it's got a USB-C right here in the top that you charge it with, and then it's just got some, like a little flange, and you just kind of twist it and lock it in here. And there you go, that's how it's, now your camera's on there. And like I said, the USB charger's here, and it's gonna probably come with some more accessories here. Cables, the roof I gotta put on, all that good stuff. So here is the roof. Okay, that's what that is. The roof also has a male USB-C, and that's your solar, this is your solar panel. So that's what charges this. You have to plug your male USB-C into here and then twist your roof on, and that will charge that. And then here's your hooks and everything. And it does come with its own charging cable. Oh, and this is the antenna for the Wi-Fi. Got to put that on. Let's get that going. So we'll screw the little Wi-Fi antenna on the back there. Cool. All right. So that kind of moves around. It doesn't have much resistance to it, but it does have a little. So you can move that around a little bit. It's kind of loosey-goosey once you get it tightened in. But you don't need much there. That's just an antenna for your Wi-Fi. All right, and so this is the hook that hangs the thing, and that's going to screw into the top of your solar-powered roof there. So there's your little hanging hook. All right, and it's got a nice little spring-loaded deal there. That's pretty cool. That's spring-loaded, and it just sits down in there. All right. I don't know where the spring is what I'm getting at. So here's all your little flowers and everything. Oh man, look. Oh, how neat is that? Look, it comes with a little tiny brush. Isn't that cute? So you can clean these little holes. You can clean your flowers out. So I can use that on my other feeder. I was just talking about that on my other little saucer feeder. These little flowers you got to clean in here. Look at this little brush. It gives you a new little cleaner. That's cool. All right. I've been looking for something for that. So then here's all your little flowers, and now you got to clean all of this stuff, but at least it comes apart easy. This looks like silicone, and they just kind of pop into place here. So you just kind of work those in, and they pop right down in there, and it gives you, oh, that's nice too. It gives you 6 flowers, and you only need 3. So if they get all nasty and worn out, or if you get a raccoon that tears this thing up and chews your flowers off or whatever, you got 3 extra flowers. So that's a nice little deal, nice little perk there. And then here's your charging cable if you need one of those. I already have one plugged in upstairs. So I'm gonna go charge this thing. And I think that's everything that's in the box. Yeah, we're looking empty here. So that's gonna conclude the unboxing portion of this show. We got everything going here. This is what it's gonna look like. And that's in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and charge this thing and try to get it hooked up to my network and everything, play with it for an hour or so and see what it does, see if I can't find a place to hang it up, get it going and everything. And then I'll do some footage of this and put it back in a video here at the end. We'll try to wrap this up here once I get everything figured out and get it on the network, and I'll come back and do a report and tell you if I'm able to get this thing signed on easily and how user-friendly that onboarding thing is. And then we'll try to get some footage of this thing. I'd like to get it outside as soon as I'm done here. And over the next day or two, I'll get some footage and we'll probably put it in the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this thing works for me. If it doesn't and I don't like it, I can return it. It also has push-to-talk features and a speaker on it. So you can hear and talk into this thing if you want to talk to the birds. You could use it as a security camera, all kinds of stuff. There's something on the back here. There's another USB-C. There's another USB-C on the back of this thing, so that might also be a charger port. You can charge it through the top where the solar is, and then I guess this is another one. And I'm not sure what these buttons are on the side. It has a couple buttons on it. I haven't been into all of that yet, so I don't know. Let me read all of this and hook it up to the network, download the app, get it hooked up to the app, get it filled up with nectar, hung up, all that stuff. And I'll check back in with you shortly. You go ahead, subscribe to the channel while I'm working on all this stuff, and I'll be back in 2 seconds.